And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
You do not fool me. You're just clapping because you're out of the airport. You see those poor people been sitting out there? They're starting to mold out there lying around. Things are so hectic at Los Angeles Airport that Robert Young walked in the control tower. Said, "What's wrong with my favorite controllers?" They threw him out. Got to remember, this airstrike is, I guess, causing delays all over the world, especially from Europe to here, New York. But here in Los Angeles, you must understand, the controllers in the tower who work out here are really laid back. They're really kind of mellow guys. And today they had an incident. The pilot reported to the tower. "I've lost my right engine." Then he said, "I've lost my left engine. I'm out of fuel." He says, "I got a ditch in the ocean." The guy in the tower says, "Hey, like, man, you're grossing me out." Anyway, I'm Johnny Carson, your neutron comedian. That means when I'm through with the monologue, you will be gone, but the building will be left standing. See Mr. Bandbox over here? You look like you ought to be on the top of a wedding cake. Anyway, I welcome you all to California. I know a lot of you are on vacationing out here, and California has really about everything. We've got the beach, we've got the ocean, we've got mountains, and very often you find them all together in your backyard at the same time. You got me. Thank you, darling. Watch that one. You must go into Beverly Hills and go on Rodeo Drive. Probably the most ritziest street I have ever seen in the world. Next to the fire hydrant. Every fire hydrant in Beverly Hills is a little electric paw blower for your poodle. Sitting right in there on the street. There was a riot at Gucci's today. They had a sale on suede feed bags for your camel. And the place was absolutely... Okay, one more. To show you how ritzy the street is. I just happened to be in there this morning.
Really?
Yes. Panhandler stopped me on Rodeo Drive. Panhandler. And says, "Could you give me $101 for a cup of coffee?" I said, "Look, you can get a cup of coffee for $1. And he says, "Can I help it if caffeine makes me sexy?" Sure. But it's days like this, warm, humid days that take me... I hearken back to my youth. I really do. I hearken every other day. I hearken. But I hark back to my youth on the plains of Nebraska. My very first... Nebraska? Where are you from? Yeah, I worked there for a while. Yeah. And anyway, I thought of my very first girlfriend today. Lottie Goodstuff. She was... In high school, Lottie majored in marine biology. She studied the biology of every marine in town. Anyway, it's time now for our nightly feature, which we do occasionally, so tonight's a good night to try it. The joke du jour. Look, you go to a restaurant, right? They have the soup du jour, the entree du jour.
Yeah.
Once in a while, we have it's just a joke. Joke du jour. Here it is. Man walks into a bank. He's got a parrot sitting on his shoulder. They walk up to the teller's window, and the parrot says to the teller, "This is a stick-up." He says, my friend's got a gun in his pocket. Give him all your money. The teller turns to the man and says, is that true? Do you have a gun in your pocket? And the fellow says, don't ask me. I just drive the getaway car. You would boo parrots, would you? Well, from time to time, we will do the joke du jour. Not as a regular nightly feature. Got a nice thing to tell you about Ed. He did a chivalrous thing last night. He was at Chasen's restaurant, and he performed the Heimlich maneuver on Raquel Welch. Raquel said, but I'm not choking. And Ed says, why wait till the last minute? A little tragic news to report to you. Tragedy struck the Burbank retirement home today. Entertainment director Irving Fishko, they call him Irv over there, died leading a group of seniors in a Simon Says game. Irv had a heart attack and yelled, get me my pills. Unfortunately, he forgot to say Simon Says, and they all just stood there. And Irv right now is hard as a carp, just lying over there. Well, another 3 million of those little pests were discovered today in Northern California. I'm talking about the relatives of Howard Hughes. They're still trying to work out his will? Have you ever noticed? Everybody's claiming now to be a relative of Howard Hughes, cousins, second cousins, on down the line. You notice there are always two events that bring out all your relatives? One's when you die, and one's when you have a barbecue. That's why I plan never to do either one of those things. But even in death, Howard Hughes is still an enigma. So far, no one in heaven has seen him. They've just seen his room. They've seen his room service cart in the hall, but they've not seen Howard Hughes in heaven. Jerry Brown today was elected the chairman of the Democratic Governors Conference, I think, yesterday. I think Jerry Brown has got his sights set on higher thing. He's running for the, as you know, the California Senate. Then I think Jerry's going to run for president, then guru. And our lieutenant governor out here, Mike Kerb, has already raised $2 million in his campaign to become the governor of California. And he has all the qualifications to become governor. He wants to produce records, and he knows the Pointer Sisters personally. He does it out there. We have an exciting show for you tonight. A little later on, I don't think you mentioned this, Transportation Secretary Drew Lewis will be out here and tell us why he walked all the way from Washington. We have a great actor, William Devane, tonight. The Manhattan Transfer is here. And Mr. Pat McCormick. More about him later. You stay where you are.